as if they were little clouds, perfectly shaped, conveniently right in your hand. Look how fluffy they are. They're so fluffy and squishy. They're so soft and gentle, so soft to the touch, so precious, like little pearls in your hands. Look at the texture of the cotton ball. Each padded to perfection. In abundance. Warm. Very warm. Very filling. Makes you feel as if your life is warm and filling, just like these cotton balls. They're so squishy, soft, fluffy. Just could play around with them all day long. Thousands and thousands of little threads of cotton right in your palms. Imagine building a mountain of these little cotton balls as you go higher and higher and higher. You feel serene. You feel like you're climbing on top of the tallest mountain of comfort, right in your own hands. And as you slowly get to the top of this fluffy mountain of joy, you feel yourself filled with warmth and delight. And as you sit on the mountain, you're filled with comfort again. Perfectly padded, just for your own needs. So soft, so soft. just ease and freedom. Such a wonderful world. Cotton world. The land of cotton in abundance. The second trigger is my book bag for school. So I'll just be doing a little show and tell. This book bag has a nice logo here. It has a durable composition, as you can see on the front. It's very durable. And I'm just going to move over a little bit. The flip side is these two handles, of course. This underside, crunchy, with padded material. Makes it comfortable for wear. It has these adjustable straps, as you see here on the sides. This nice stitched handle for hooking it up to somewhere. The underside is the same way. It is approximately 2 feet in height and 1.5 feet in widths. And the depth, as you can see here, is about 6 inches. I'd say more, maybe 3/4 of a foot, because of how much you can fit inside the zippers, as you will see in a bit. So this zipper here, the little zipper, if you unzip the bag, there's a little pocket here to place some material on the inside. And that fits this whole front here. So that's a good spot. As you can see here, there's another zipper compartment here. That goes all the way around. Opens up just like this. As you can see, there's a wide depth here. You have the lovely logo website here, as well as some pockets that you can fit about 4 fingers in, so to give you a general idea of how much you can fit in there, there's 3 pockets like that. Maybe some pens, pencils, and this depth goes up to here, so there's a lot of space. There's another zipper on the top here. Opens up again with more depth. Depth goes up to this stitching, but by depth I mean things you can place in here. It gives more width. So let me zip that back up. Zip up the other one. And there's a third zipper compartment here, slightly larger. Handles, just grab one and zip away. And it opens up this even larger compartment here. Now this one has an enormous depth all the way to the bottom reach of the bag. As you can see, this comfortable padding here, padded lining, also on the inside, is nice for placing fragile items so you don't damage them. And the depth goes up to the stitching on the bottom, not the way bottom, but close. And there's a zipper up here with a netting, so it's see-through, so you see what you place here, and the depth is only up to here, as you can tell. Still, it's a stretchy material, so you can still fit quite a lot of things in there. Now let me flip over the bag and show you. There's another zipper like this, except with a bigger depth and probably width. Again, a see-through net, so you can see what you place. And there's nothing more. There's this little tag right over here with the barcode. So let me zip that back up. This entire bag was carefully stitched and produced. And with its durability, it will last quite a long time. You thought I was done, huh? Nope. There's the last zipper right over here. This bag is much bigger than you think. The zipper goes along to the back behind the little handles where you place your arms. So it stretches about halfway because the zipper stops here on the top. And just some extra space. I would recommend placing something like a laptop here or any device like an iPad. The depth goes up to here, so it's a pretty good location. And I like how it's on the back too. So if someone tries to take your things, they won't be able to, because this will be in their back and it's secured with this and hidden. So that's why I bought this bag, because it gave that illusion like it's small, but even though it can fit a lot of things, it's very comfortable to wear. You can see the logo in the back here too. Another area. Some people put their cell phones here, but I don't recommend that because it could slip out, and I don't know any phones that are this small in width, at least nowadays. But it's good to put other things in, like maybe somehow tie up a keychain, but again, I wouldn't recommend it because it's out in the open. So everyone's different though. It's a nice, sleek, smooth material bag, perfect for wear. And now I will show you the books I got. They came in this huge heavy box that it won't lift up. I'm just going to open right now just to show you. already unwrapped the materials, so I'm just going to be placing the books in my bag. It's just a list of things. Now I'm going to decide where to place it. I think it's good to place all my main things in the third zipper from the front. Starting with the biggest object, because I want to have enough room to place my smaller things. This, I think, is like a remote that you need for some classes or some class. And it has bubble wrap. I'm not going to pop it though, because that's not relaxing. Just going to place this back inside. Okay. Rubbing my fingers along the sides. It's well packaged, so I'm not going to open it. The last thing I have for now, I still have a couple more books I actually need to buy, but they recommend not getting in until I actually go to school, so this probably is the biggest of them all. It's like over 1,000 pages. I'm not even kidding. So I will place this in my book bag first. Place this one. I don't want to damage the books though, so I have to be careful. Maybe I'll place this because the ones with the fringes can go in a different compartment. So zip that up. You could already tell it's getting bigger. So I'm going to open the second zipper from the front right here. Could place this one. It's pretty small. Perfect. Zip that up. Actually, place the clicker. This zipper in the front, so it tucks right in there. And I'll open the back zipper. And place this large book with the fringes. Just tuck it in the back. And zip it up. Now this is undecided, but just because I don't want to squish it with all the things, well, I might. I'll put it in the third zipper. plopped it on top of the books. So that's all my stuff placed in my book bag. I hope you enjoyed this trigger, and any of the zipper sounds I will probably make it quieter, and I'll do my edits later in the video because of some of the sounds just being that relaxing to you. So hopefully you like this, and now I'm going to show you the third trigger. This third trigger is tarot card reading, and I'm going to start off by just shuffling the cards. And open the package. Pull the cards out. As you saw in my Dark Fairy roleplay, I use these. Just 3 of the cards. Okay, and this is my handy dandy booklet I use to help guide me in my readings that I give. I do self-reading sometimes, and sometimes I read other people just for fun. And there are 2 options. You can do the star spread, or you could do the Celtic cross spread. I preferably do the Celtic cross spread. So we're going to do that one. And since it involves more cards, there's a more accurate reading. So here we go. I'm just going to use this as reference and flip through the pages to give me another reference to what I'm supposed to be reading for you. So let me shuffle the cards. I'm just going to actually lay them out flat like this, and then you basically think of anything in your head, any question you want to be answered. So think of it right now, any question you want to be answered, and I'll tell you if it will come true or not. That's all I can tell you, and I'll give you details. So think of the question right now. Okay, if you're ready then, keep thinking of the question, and while I shuffle the cards, think of it. So something's telling me to reverse it, so I'm going to reverse it. See what comes up. It matters if the card is upright or in reverse because they have different meanings. So I'm going to take the first card from the top and place it in the way the Celtic cross spread is presented. So I'm going to put it like this. This represents past events. Okay? And this represents past influences. Okay? So, let's read what this means. The Ace of Pentacles is the past events. So I'm going to flip through and see what it means, because I don't memorize what all of these mean. There's a lot of cards. The Ace of Pentacles marks on the everyday level the start of a new project, which is likely to be successful. So it will come up to show a new job or a new business venture. Usually this will be the sort of project that seems to continually grow with each level of attainment, producing almost of itself the next step of the journey. So this just portrays what your past was like. So basically, you've had new business ventures and you've had new opportunities in your life, and you basically thought everything was going to be okay. So, past influences, the Lovers in reverse. That probably isn't good, but it's just an influence, so it doesn't mean much. The reverse is frustrated romance or infidelity. So for some reason, this influenced you in the past to make changes in your life. So if that means something to you, we'll see. Alright. Now I'm going to put the cards down for the obstacle / present. So, the Empress in reverse. So, what's going on right now? The reverse is extravagance, greed, laziness, and wastefulness. So, let's see the other one first before I give you a proper reading. The Star. And this one has no significance if it's reverse or upright. It's just, I'll give you the upright reading. Means hope, love, rebirth, pleasure, satisfaction, purpose, and guidance. So right now you're probably going through a stage where, I'll read you the reverse of this too, so if that makes sense for you. The reverse represents disappointment, pessimism, crushed dreams, bad luck, and imbalance. So really it's all up to you what your obstacle or present can be. That's why there's two cards. So the Empress represents what you're going through now, and the Star represents what you can change. You can either make the Star upright or in reverse. It's all up to you how you want it to be. But the Empress is the main focus here. It's basically telling you, hey, be aware of your spending and your savings. Be aware of how you act with how much you have, because just because you may have an abundance doesn't mean there's a reason for you to, go telling other people that, or, just basically keep your savings to yourself. It's none of anyone's else business. That's kind of the key to your success here. That's what the cards are telling you. And you'll go far. So, it's all up to you. There's still time. Okay. Now I'm going to read you the future. Future influences and future events. Okay? Future influences. The Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay, I'm going to read you the card for the Queen of Swords first, and then I'll read the meaning if a card with a sword on it is in reverse. The Queen of Swords has a cold and emotionally detached way of dealing with the world. In a reading, the Queen speaks of standing up to people, making demands, and being clear about one's needs. So, this was your past influence. Maybe if you think, hey, you know what, I'm going to be rich one day, and you think the proper way to handle such power, is being emotionally detached and cold with people. So now I'm going to read you the reversed. The one with pentacles and swords and page and wands, these are the minor arcana cards. So these are detailed readings. The major arcana are the ones like the Star, the Empress, the Lovers, etc. And those compose of about 20 cards. And those are just the main ideas. That's why it's good to do a full reading, because the minor arcana give you a detailed reading. So the swords in reverse means strength, courage, hope, and peace. Oh, sorry, I'm reading you the upright. Here's the reverse. Spiritual suffering, loneliness, sacrifice, loss, and defeat. So basically, you also pretty much thought, hey, you know, in the end, if I do become so successful in my business venture, that something may go wrong, so I might not want to go down that path, because there's a lot of stereotype that rich people are monsters and greedy, but that's not always true. It's always up to you how to handle such power. So these cards are definitely telling you to take precaution with your power, because again, it's up to you if you get it or not. But when you do, if you do, it's warning you about some things and telling you to change your opinion on such power. So, future events, the Knight of Wands. Again, this is a minor arcana. And this is upright, so I'll read you the upright readings, of course. The Knight of Wands signifies a departure from a challenge. He is unsure of commitment and cannot confront his own feelings. In positive terms, this card indicates that one may have escaped difficulties. So this will basically happen if you continue down the path of thinking, you know, being rich is being greedy, or, you know. It's not just about being rich, though. It's about the amount of abundance that you have the potential to reach. You need to take precaution of how you handle that, because some people do go crazy with abundance. The suit of wands stands for creative integrity, security, positive relationships, and inner development. So basically, this is a good card, but again, it's just warning you. These readings may not be so accurate, but it's just warning you of something that is possibly to come. Alright, so now I'm going to move on to the 4 layered cards here. Now I'll read you the outcome of what is to be. So here we go. This is basically your yes or no answer to your question. And your question, I can tell by the cards, does have something to do with a business venture, basically. Justice in the upright. Definitely a good sign. Definitely a good sign. Represents balanced objectivity and outlook, sincerity, harmony, and equilibrium. So you'll take this advice and basically good things will come in your life. So the answer is yes to your question, whatever it may be. This next card is the Hermit in reverse. And this represents hopes and fears. The reverse of this is mistaken advice and excessive caution. So again, you're concerned about, you know, if someone gives you wrong advice, wrongful advice, or if someone, you know, leads you down the wrong path. So you're just taking caution. So that's really your fear. But again, this can be changed. If someone leads you down the right path one day, because you never know, it may be up to someone whether you're successful or not. At least that's how it looks like. So you have to be careful, but not too careful, because paranoia can lead to destruction as well. This is how the world affects you. And this is the Ace of Cups. So, the Ace of Cups, a minor arcana. This card means the beginning of great love and may indicate a pregnancy. So maybe if there's someone in your life, maybe like a family member or a lover, but you may want to be careful because, again, past events may lead to something in the future. Think about that one. It's just inner attunement and spirituality. Cups are the suit of the heart, and the ace stands for the instinctive knowledge that comes from within. Trust what your feelings are telling you. The suit of cups symbolizes romance, friendship, creativity, and social ability. Sociability. So again, there's love involved, there's business involved, and definitely there are a couple of cards telling me something about friendships or creativity. So again, friendships may lead to a good business venture. Just be careful who you socialize with, and don't let anyone stop you from being you, basically. Trust your heart, follow your heart. That's what it's telling me. And finally, how you affect the world. The Page of Wands in reverse. Again, a minor arcana. The person symbolized by the Page of Wands is a young man who seizes every opportunity with childlike innocence. He is inspired by, but does not challenge, the exchange of intense viewpoints. In love, he symbolizes intense faithfulness. That's a hard one to interpret, I'll be honest. Suit of Wands stands for creative integrity, security, positive relationships. I already read that. Actually, this is in reverse, so I'll read the reverse. Disrupted work, laziness, ignorance, and romantic jealousy. So, this is a reading for how you affect the world. So, the reading I gave you prior was how you affect the world. So again, this has something to do with what I just explained to you. But how you affect the world, again, with the romantic difficulties, maybe you got a little bit jealous of someone, or maybe someone was, maybe you're just paranoid about, someone being jealous of you. That could also be a different meaning. But it's totally normal to feel this way. Again, it's just about involving yourself in fixing the problems. So, the Page of Wands represents intense faithfulness, so you're still faithful to the person. The man figure doesn't necessarily mean you, it could mean someone else in your life producing the problem or the solution. So, you have great viewpoints in life, and that's how people see you, as a great creative thinker. So again, you have a big opportunity and chance ahead of you in life. So we're done with the reading, and I hope you enjoyed. And do take care, my friend. Let's move on to the fourth trigger.
Alright, so this fourth trigger is, as you can tell, drawing, and I have my special painting / drawing pad on here. I'm just going to be drawing a face. I don't know whose face, because I'm not good at drawing someone's face, but what I can do just totally random. I'm not intending to draw you or anything, it's just whatever comes out of the hand pretty much, so. I've never done a drawing video, so I thought I'd include it in this triggers video, because I've never performed a cotton ball, just solely a cotton ball video, or solely showing like a backpack or any purse video or something, or just made a video solely with tarot cards. So I thought I'd include all in one, so here we go. I'm just going to begin. I usually begin with the mouth. It's easier for me, so here I go. I love emphasizing the Cupid's bow. This is probably going to be a female. But you never know. Just whatever comes up. Just pretty much sketching. Doesn't have to be perfect. I don't like perfection. I don't live by that rule. An artist should feel free to create whatever he or she wants. And when I do my blending, I like to use my finger. So, deal with it. Okay, then I like to draw the nose. I think she's going to have actually, I think this is probably going to be a guy. I don't know yet. It's going to have a pretty pointed nose. I don't know. Just pretty narrow, emphasized nose. That's what I'm getting. Every time I draw a face, it's always different. The other day, I unintentionally drew Arnold Schwarzenegger. Again, as you saw in my Dark Fairy roleplay. So it's just random. Maybe people I've seen before. Maybe that are like just stuck in my head. Who knows? They should have a pretty emphasized wrinkle, and then their eye is going to be pretty low, like right here. Going to be small eyes. That's what I'm getting. Slightly arched. No two eyes are the same, so of course they have to be different. They kind of look like little lemons, if you ask me. Okay, then I'm just going to have big pupils. Tiny eyes, but big pupils. this is not right. I think it needs to go here. Yeah, that's much better. Just emphasis. The other eyebrow. This one's a bit lower. I guess because of how the face is arched just a little bit. And no two eyebrows are the same either. He looks a little bit concerned. I tried drawing faces, like I would just look up someone's face online and then try to draw them, but I failed. So, let me do the eyes. This person's going to have strange eyes, just looks like he's in shock or something. It's gonna look like he's in shock. A little sparkle come out of the eye. Little sparkle. Looks like his eyes glistening. Okay. And, I don't know, a little shading for the eye portion. Make it look like their eyes colored a little bit. Okay. extra.